So in this second video, we're going to be creating a simple skirt with a slit. We're going to select the avatar female, and here we open the avatar dialog box. We click OK, and the avatar appears. So I'd like to change something about this avatar. So what I need to do is go back. You click on the triangular icon. You click on the avatar that is in the 3D window. And here I'd like to change the look, her hair, okay, her hairstyle. So I clicked on hair, there's a box written here, and I'm going to choose a shorter hairstyle for her. So you double click on the style you'd like, and there you see in the 3D window, this shows up. Now, you can always go back to the same avatar if you want to change other features. For example, the appearance. I'm going to change the appearance, so the color for skin. So I'm going to click on this, double click, and there in the 3D window, you see the changes being made. And if you're satisfied, you can just go out. So remember, always go back to the female, the one that originally you put in the 3D window, and then you can change the accessory, appearance, emotion. Here I'm going to change the shoes, and there again I'm going to double click, and there she has, we've changed the shoes. So you also need to play around with this. Now I'd like to create this skirt, not too short, like a longuette type of a skirt. So I'm going to go to the rectangular tool, and just where in the 2D window, I'm just going to drag out. You click once and you drag it. And this is the rectangular tool. We're not doing any specific measurements. We're just approximating at this point. So here's the front pattern for the waistband. Then we're going to copy and paste, right click and right click, copy and paste. And there we're going to, this is the back waistband, put it in front of her, click on it and just slide it behind. Now you choose back, take away the cloth thickness to understand the right side and the wrong side. You're going to flip it, right click and flip it horizontally so it gets to be on the right side. And now we can segment sew it. Make sure the arrows are lined up the way they're supposed to be, going in the same direction, that is. And you simulate. So here we have a waistband for our skirt. Now we're going to go back to the rectangle tool and we're going to draw the skirt panels. So right under the waistband, I'm going to draw it out a little slightly larger width. So it's slightly larger than the width of the waistband. But because I need to create a slit, I have to, first we're going to copy and paste for the back panel. And then we're going to always move it to the front, slide it off to the back, and then we're going to just flip it horizontally. Right click and flip it horizontally 3D. I'm going to segment sew now. Let's segment sew the sides, front waistband, and the side again. And now we simulate. We simulate and everything falls into place. So you can experiment the length. If you don't want it long and you want it short, then you shorten it with the edit pattern tool. Click on the edit pattern tool, but I want mine longer. So there, I can click on that line, hold shift, click on the other, and just pull them down together. You drag them down together. Remember, shift helps to select the second item. So there, I think this length is good enough. Now we need a slit. We need to create a slit. So um, we try to understand exactly where we want it. And wherever we want this slit here, we need to draw a line. So I'm taking the pen tool, you click once and you click again, and I've drawn a line roughly on the front. With the edit pattern tool, I'm just gonna right click and cut. Okay, right click cut. If you simulate, you see where it's been cut. Not cut and sewn, but just cut because I need to sort of understand where I have to sew it. I don't want it left like this. I'm going to sew it up to a certain point. So what we do now is we need it sewn up to a certain point. Let's separate these patterns in the 2D window. And let's go up to our toolbar here. We click there, that little arrow there, and we bring up the add a point tool. And this, we add points and split lines with this add point tool. So I'm going to add the point up to at a certain level here. I think there it's good enough. So in the 3D window, if you notice, this dot indicates where I should add the point. That's exactly where I would like to add it. So there I could click, left click, and the point is added. So you see where the point is added and you see where the line is. I'm going to click on the edit pattern tool, click on the line, and it's 28.37. And this is the measurement where I want the other point to be added. It has to be added up to that measure. So I'm going to add the point, but at the same time, right click. And when I right click, the box comes up. And if you notice, I just shift the box, and where there's line 1, the yellow highlighted line, also on the pattern, there is where I have to write in the values. You see this yellow highlighted line, very important. So I could write in 28.37, and that, press OK, and it gives me the same measurement. It's very important to know. It helps a lot, this tool. There I can segment sew, simulate, and here we have our split. Our default fabric, we can click on it and we change the color. Click on the color and you change it to black. Okay. And I think, yes, just a quick demonstration of how you can create this skirt with the slit. And the objective of this is to show you this add a point tool, the way it works. Okay, we've used it for the measurements of the height of the slit, and you'll see it in action in the other tutorials. A very important tool. Here I'm pulling it down on the waist, I'm just sort of adjusting it. But this is a quick way to show you how you can easily create your skirt. You can create it, if you're new at this, you make it shorter. Um, make, different values, put different values, measurements for the slit. You could even make it wider because this is a type of a longet type of a skirt. Um, you can change the color of the waistband now that you know how to a bit about changing colors. So you can sort of go along and experiment with this garment. So for now, I'll see you in the next video.